Orange, green. Applying the first force. Maybe the first thing that comes to mind when mentioning the words force or weapon is a flash of explosions or a crash of loud sounds, which may be followed by screaming and crying. But this scene is not real for us on our planet. What can be described is the effect that you feel during and after its occurrence. In the beginning, the owner of the weapon determines the target. The target's vibrations indicate the amount of energy it may have, and accordingly, through a simple calculation, the owner can know the amount of energy he will spend when consuming the weapon, and whether it is feasible as compared to what can be gained toward his goal. After completing this step, the second begins with choosing the appropriate site to carry out the attack. And the first thing that can be checked is that the target is not within the range of a large clan and does not belong to it, since in this case it will not be possible at all because of the protection the boss Yoddi provides to his clan. If you took the risk and completed this path, for sure you will return. If you have returned with a big defeat, and you will suffer a severe lack of energy, which may lead to a decline in your coloration and your number of layers, or maybe to losing the color you've gained. Also, it must be noted that you, as a Soodi or Yoddi, can change your color to a stronger color through a specific technique. This requires a lot of time and effort, which we will talk about later when we discuss correcting energy levels and changing from one form to another, or from one color to another. Of course, there are many details that we will talk about successively. Now, after you have identified the target and calculated the energy yield you are expected to obtain, and after you have determined the ideal location to carry out the attack, you must carry out a quick and smooth operation, which is isolation. Isolating the target from its surroundings with waves of vibrations that you will launch to paralyze its motion and keep it implicitly in your nets. Here, the target will not be able to move, and it will remain for a while within your scope. Therefore, you will find what you desire of energy transport within special streams to your body. But you must be aware that obtaining any additional amount of energy without ending the readiness to receive it will only make magic turn against the magician. Whereas, in order to obtain the additional energy you will need in the process of your growth, you must beware of greed. The number of layers you have and the color you have also determine the type of energy you must obtain in the appropriate shape and size. Pay attention. Not everything available is permissible for you. So, if you are determined to fix the color and its energy, or your shape, you will have to reach the stage of correction, which comes after the completion of your color and the layers that formed it. At this stage, you must return to being a student in order to learn what suits your energy and your new color accordingly. Learning here is necessary for progress and growth. Of course, not in a school or academy, but rather learning as a result of observation, meditation, and planning. To be sure, a question will come to your mind about the nature of the target and the attraction weapon you are using to obtain energy. It is certainly true that they are energy particles, which are easy to deal with and attract. As long as they are small particles flying in the primary region, they are not a threat to you. But the real challenge is dealing with the Bond. They definitely have more energy levels than you can bear as a Soodi, and sometimes as a Yoddi. So, we go back to confirm what we referred to earlier. If any Bond wants to connect with you and allows you to approach its field, you will get the feeding that is completely suitable for you, as it intelligently determines your energy level from your color and layers, and gives you exactly what you need. And this is all in case it allows it. So applying the weapon of attraction with any Bond requires careful planning and quick maneuvering. In fact, the Bond is able to quickly distinguish the type of creature that approaches it, the extent of their energy, and the class to which they belong. The more particles of big and excellent quality that make up the Bond, the faster and stronger its response will be, and it will be the best source of feeding of all, especially if it is of the type in which the energy particles gather with time particles, where this feeding will achieve two goals together and save a lot of time instead of you having to search for the time particles you need. In addition, when you obtain a weapon of attraction of the excellent degree, as there are degrees for each group of weapons, divided into acceptable, good, and excellent, you are now qualified to influence other creatures lesser than you in energy, since now you have the ability to attract them to you. And, of course, to start forming your own clan if you are able to go through with it. But the road is full of challenges and major conflicts. It must be noted here that, at the beginning, you can start with any group of weapons with an acceptable degree in order to gain experience in dealing with it, and learning how to use it with the best possible results. Then, you can get the highest degree according to your skills and abilities that you acquire and learn. We will talk about the second group of weapons soon. Stay tuned. See you soon.